live.
I am hitting.
Good morning, all you future people.
I have to migrate. It's fine. 1 second.
It's going to be a very rough blood and beans this morning, as I am actually really just like waking up. So you'll have to excuse a little. We'll give it a few minutes, see if we can get a few people to file in.
Kyle, you're getting.
I'll go get a towel.
I don't think there are towels. Just get one
No, there is no.
out of the hamper. No.
That's the only one towel I have.
Ah, children. Good morning. How are you, Dark Elf? How are you? Happy Sunday.
I heard that.
It's on the floor.
You were supposed to.
It mostly is on the chair. It didn't get a whole lot on the floor.
No, so there's a little bit.
Hello, Emily. How are you? Happy Sunday. We are all, like, literally, quite literally just waking up. Good morning. How are you, Dark Elf? Oh, I am hearing myself. Aha. At least I know my microphone is all good. Hey, mic test. That worked. I'm very sorry to hear that, Dark Elf. Hope everything is not all too serious.
I should probably hop in the stream so I know what's going on.
Maybe, tune in and help you get your mind off things for a little bit.
Where's the rent?
We had our Halloween party last night, and we were all up till at least 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. From what? We watched movies from 9:30 till 3. We put on 3 movies, and the first one was like 2.5 hours long. So it was a good time. Well, I'm glad you're feeling okay. Hope you're on the mend. And that would be optimal.
It's a Sunday.
It is Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Guess how many days there are till Halloween, people? 8?
You have to change the calendar.
8
Will you stop it?
more days to Halloween.
Careful.
I think you have butter on your Switch. I feel like you're trying to catch a bar. So
That was the laptop.
is your Switch lathered? Is it lathered? Good morning, Lucas. And you know what? I'm gonna say it on stream. Good morning, Blades. But I have already said good morning to Blades because Wrath of Blades is at my house.
It's in my living room.
He's right here, about 7 feet to my right.
Or am I?
Or am I? He says. So, yeah.
I am a figment of his imagination. Don't listen.
Yes, Octo days left until October.
Until
It's
October?
true.
What do you mean until October?
Silver
It is October.
Shamrock says 8.
It is
8 more days
October.
to have Octo days.
I know, but
Octo is 8.
it already is
Yeah,
October. Until
October's
Halloween, not till October.
Get it? Octo's 8.
You're a scam.
No, October special. My bad. I wasn't reading it correctly. October special. The October special. The Halloween special. It's going to be like 47 minutes long, so
All I
like
can say about
prepared.
it is that it's going to be good, and Zane will return, allegedly. Not really.
or is it?
I do the voice, but I don't know if I can do that right now.
It is early.
Shiloh's actually going to be in it and come
Evening.
back as a zombie.
11:49 at night for you.
And
Gotcha.
And the zombie sound she's going to make is just going to be...
So we are on opposite ends of the earth
Finger bump.
because it is 11:49 during the day for me.
Here.
Emily says hi-yo. Heyo, hi, heyo.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, we had fun this weekend. At least I did. I know I did.
I
And
had a terrible time.
Wrath keeps telling me he had a good time, so I'm inclined to believe him.
As you should.
We ended up going to a haunt on Friday. It was Pockets and Shiloh and Wrath and me, and it was 5 haunted houses and a haunted walking trail. It's very interesting time zones. Agreed.
I'm able to be heard, so I'm just talking in the chat again.
You're fine. You're fine, and it probably can pick you up lightly.
There is no such
You
thing.
could always go get you a chair, and you could sit a little closer if you want.
There's a cat on my chair.
Oh, I suppose this shows how delayed it is.
Yeah, there is like a 30-second delay.
It's because YouTube schmucks.
Yes, we did like the first 3 haunted houses, which were pretty cool. The 4th one we stood in line. In fact, I liked them all. The first one was Mummy's Crypt, and that's one of my favorite ones.
Terror begins when YouTube is faster than reality.
Yeah, that's true. I will tell Pockets when she comes back. Emily says hi to you.
Hi, Emily.
Then the second one was like just like a straight up haunted house. Haunted house was like done up like an old mansion. And I liked what they did this year. They dimmed the lights down a lot darker. Last year everything was like really bright. It looked really cool.
Talk about the walking trail.
I'm gonna get there.
He's never gonna get there. He lies.
Then the next one was Insanity. And that was it's like a bunch of mental patients and clowns with a strobe light that goes really slow and leaves you in complete darkness, and you have to find your way through a chain link maze with a bunch of people dressed up in costumes like coming through the maze and like screaming in your ear. And it's mostly complete darkness. The strobe light was set to a heartbeat, so it was like boom, 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 boom. Those were the only light you got, and it wasn't every light hit on every beat. It was like half the lights hit the first beat and then the other half hit the second beat. So it was really messed with you trying to figure out where to go, and obviously the walls are chain link so you can see right through them and stuff. It was that was pretty difficult to get through. Like, it wasn't scary, it was just like hard to find my way through that damn maze. We ended up following a group in front of us. It seemed to have pretty good direction. Hello, Pimp Demon, how are you? Happy Sunday. So then we went over to the other side of the haunt. We went to the Crypt. That one we stood in line for almost an hour. Emily says, good morning, honey. She says hello. She's looking for something.
She's on the hunt.
She is. But that was actually pretty cool. It was only like 2 minutes to get through, but it was still a pretty long thing to go. I liked the Crypt because it has like the one hallway where it's actual stone walls, and like, well, it's fake stone walls, but you have to it's like a cave. Like, they built like this fake cave, and you have to like squeeze your way around this really tight pass around to the other side. It just is a lot of fun. Then we stopped and we ate food. We got like caramel apples and cider donuts and hot chocolate and chicken tenders.
Yes.
Pockets got herself a burger and some cheese fries. Dude, oh my god. So I'm with Shiloh and Wrath, and I'm ordering food, and I'm walking over to the other side of this outdoor food court at the haunt. And I see Pockets walk over to the table. She sits down her burger, she sets down her cheese fries, and she goes to walk, and she set them down next to somebody else was sitting at the table with their child, and like 3 feet away. She set them down, like, you know, the table, whatever. So I walk over, I see Pockets, and she walks over to another line to go get like her hot chocolate and stuff. So I go and I set my food down next to hers. I grab a fry. Well, I grabbed like 3. I ate 2 and 1 fell on the table. And I turned around to pick the one up off the table, and the lady that was sitting like 3 feet away is just staring at me. And I was like, hello. She's like, hi. And so I threw a fly away and walk over to Pockets, and I gave her a hug, and then from behind me, like 20 feet away, I hear, oh! I turn around, I'm like, what? She thought I was just some rando dude that came over and snagged food out of some lady's wife after she set it down on the table. She's like, I thought you just came over and took that lady's food. I'm like, nope, that's my wife. So that was eventful. Then we only had 2 hours left. We were actually there from like
Pretty much most of the night.
6:30 to almost to 10:30. We were there almost the whole time.
Quarter to 10.
So we had 2 more attractions to go to: the Dr. Morbid's haunted house and the walking trail. And I really wanted to do the walking trail. I hadn't been on the haunted walking trail before.
Also, for those in the server, that is where the eat the lint thing
Eat
came
the
from.
lint. Eat the lint.
Shiloh.
So we end up. She's fine. So we end up walking, standing in line. I'm like, well, we wanted to go to the mall, so let's save the walking trail for last. We only had 2 hours, and the lines were really long. So I was like, well, let's stand and we'll do that first. That line actually moved really quick. It was super long, moved really quick. That was a lot of fun. That was probably my favorite attraction. The way they did the woods up outside, and you walked through like 3 different cabins. Like you walked through one door, like out another. There was like a stone mausoleum set up.
Cool.
That was freaking awesome. There was a fun house. There was a slaughterhouse barn. Like there were all these different things, and you're walking through the woods to get to each one of these things. And like all the fog machines and stuff they had set up outside, like it just had all the lights from everything, like from the haunt way, way far away, was just beaming in cascades of different color lights everywhere. It was freaking awesome. That was by far my favorite attraction.
Emily apparently supports our campaign. I knew I'd get another person.
I knew you. Well, that was predictable. But that was a ton of fun. Then after that, we ended up going to do Dr. Morbid's haunted house thing, and that one was really cool too. Still probably isn't my favorite haunted house of the group, but it is really cool. So, and then that was it. It was 10:30. We went and grabbed some popcorn and caramel apples
And a candied apple that tasted like chemicals.
and jumped in the car and went home. Shiloh has learned she is not a fan of the candy apple.
They suck. Why do they exist?
Yeah.
They're so much worse than caramel apples,
I love
dude.
caramel apples.
It was very much spooky fun. We had a blast. And then
Because you use the grains, you must-
we came home.
I can make
We watched
caramel
Friday the
apples.
13th, Part 3 in 3D.
Just come with some popsicles.
And then-
All you gotta do is parboil the apples. You
Should probably
basically
turn this down a little bit.
to get the wrap.
Then after that, obviously, it was pretty late. I think I passed out. We didn't watch one more movie after that, and I fell asleep on the couch. So did Pockets.
On his wife.
You were also asleep.
I was a pillow and mattress.
What's funny, because yesterday she was telling this story like it was cute. Today
It
she's
is
telling
cute.
this story like I'm fat.
No, it is cute. We woke up at like 5 a.m. We're like, yo, we fell asleep like this. Which is
So we
really
kind of passed
funny.
out with Blades in the living room watching movies. That was kind of fun. And then yesterday
Yes, thank you for taking advantage of the
we ended up,
After we passed out.
Yes.
well, we set up for the Halloween
people
party.
passed out.
And we had a Halloween party. I mean, we all got dressed up.
I must stick to my principles. Never of you
They
were
threw on the black lights and the disco bulb and everything in the game room, and we were listening to spooky Halloween music and stuff.
You do realize I have a
Then we had the
campaign
premiere,
for those, right?
and then after the premiere on
Oh, no,
Discord
the
that's
main character syndrome has taken hold.
the Discord that's associated with the channel, we went and we had a party yesterday
I've got to.
online. So that was kind of fun. We ended up showing some movies. Ended up
Or if you do
just providing some links to PrimeWire. So there was nothing downloaded, and we didn't pirate anything, but we did watch Terrifier 2.
That's an ominous statement about it.
That was a lot of fun. That Terrifier 2, again, that was I really liked the movie. I know I talked about it a lot last week, and it was just nice to be able to show it to everybody during the party. So it was cool. It was cool. Then we watched Hatchet, and then we watched Haunt, and then it was 3 in the morning.
And then it was time for sleep after that.
And then it was time for cat.
It was time for Cat.
There's a cat in my lap. I just got 8 kids. That was cool.
Emily says that was a cute story. There.
What?
I think she's talking about
Oh, that one? I thought she was talking
that was
about
the one we
yours.
talked about last.
The links? I was gonna say,
I
like,
was talking about yours, sorry.
I don't think starting a link whole thing.
it was
Cute story.
very wholesome.
It
was
could be
very-
wholesome.
It was very wholesome linked.
I mean, I guess from a certain point of view, but I'm pretty sure she was talking about the falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah, amazing movie, best of the year, Fight Me. Yeah, I told you, that movie is my #1 horror pick of the year.
Time update. It was
100%
12:01.
agree.
It's gonna have to be.
I'm doing that now.
I'd be surprised if something knocks that out. The running. If something does, I obviously will be pleasantly surprised because, yay, of course, and I would have to share it. But yeah, there was a lot of passion behind everything. The director, the writer and director, Damien Leone, like, he didn't just write and direct. Like, he was hands-on, obviously, with casting. He was really hands-on with editing. He was doing a lot of the gore effects himself, making up the latex props and stuff like that. Terrifier 2 is Damien Leone's baby. It was his baby. He doted over it. That's why that one scene is so long and drawn out, and it's just so over the top. Is that he explained that happened during the pandemic. They started that scene and they had to stop. And instead of being down that he couldn't finish his movie, instead he decided to just do more and more
Yes, that's all you need.
for that scene. So he made more latex effects and he made more props and he added more to it. And this scene ended up just becoming 10 minutes long of a kill scene, which is great. I love it. I loved his approach.
Mickey, that was not what I was going for. It's all in the same thing, because when I say that, it's
Art the Clown for Dead by Daylight. Art the Clown for President.
No, we'd all die.
Fabian, I cannot support this.
He doesn't even have a bias.
It was way
No,
better than the new Halloween movie. Halloween Ends was, and again, I understand what they were trying to do, and the story they were trying to tell in Halloween Ends. The next time, or Halloween Ends, I mean, it was okay. There was the part of it, there was parts of it I liked. The story they were trying to tell was pretty good.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. That was weird.
It would have worked better as the start of a new set of movies instead of the end of a Michael Myers set of movies. I just feel like it left a lot that could have been done instead. Like I said, I didn't not like the movie. It was okay. I don't like that they disrespected the character of Michael Myers so terribly in that movie. It's not how you do a character right, for sure. I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give away any spoilers in case there are people that want to watch it, because it's not a bad movie per se. But if you're looking for a finale to this epic Michael Myers saga, it's not that.
Bring back the old timeline.
I would just, no. Leave the old one alone. Don't add any more to it. They're classics. Come up with something.
Add to it. I'm just saying.
Come up with something new.
No.
This, like, Terrifier, I think.
I'm just saying they've made it non-canon. I'm saying bring the old one back to canon.
I think they just need to do more stuff like Terrifier.
Get new characters. Stop trashing the old ones.
Like, it's not even just trashing. Like, it's even if you could do it good, why? Leave those are someone else's ideas. Don't you have your own ideas? Like, hey, I could do a new Friday the 13th movie, but I could do it really cool and modern and better. And, well, instead of making it a Friday the 13th movie, just make it a movie about something in someone else. Just come up with something new. I don't get it. Like, you can still use even like homages and ideas. Hatchet is a great example.
Emily speaks the truth.
I am a huge fan of the Thorn trilogy. Or not the Thorn trilogy. I can see, you're talking about 1, 2, and then 4, 5, and 6. I mean, 4, 5, and 6 are, they say they're off of part 2. Those happened in part 2. After part 2. They come off of part 2. So it still makes them a 5-movie series. And I love those. And I've never really, I know H20 wasn't supposed to be the same timeline. That was supposed to be just another continuation of part 2. But I've always felt that easily could have fit right into the Thorn saga as well. So there's really like a total of like 7 Michael Myers movies in the original timeline, if you could figure in the events of H20. I don't like Resurrection for obvious reasons, and again, it's being disrespectful to characters. But yeah.
Can I ask a question? It's a would you rather question. Would you rather have a time machine that takes you to a random timeline and you have to survive an hour in that timeline that goes back in time, or one that goes forward in time?
Good question.
I don't know.
You have to answer.
I don't have one.
Well, what one would you rather explore? Like the future or the past?
Or some random time.
Future.
Well, the one
The
takes
time
you.
machine brought you back to 3 seconds ago.
Yeah, one takes you like randomly to the future, and the other takes you randomly to the past.
Well, I guess I'd pick Future. Future's always fascinated me. I mean, look how bad humans have ruined everything in 10,000 years. I can't wait to see where we're at in like another 10,000
But,
or
like,
30,000.
What if it teleports you to the moment that the sun explodes?
We will be. Sun's not going to explode in
And then you
30,000 years.
Well, it
Oh,
can be farther than that.
Whatever. It is what it is. You know what, kid? We're all going to die sometime.
So you're gonna do it through time travel?
It's just I mean, if I've got to go, that sounds like the way to do it.
just make sure to try to avoid learning how you.
How did you die? I choked on a piece of pizza. How'd you die? Time travel. Dude. I'll take time travel.
Heaven and hell is just like prison. Like, what are you in for?
The Hatchet movies are fantastic, and they're a great example of how to take a really great idea and pay homage to older movies that you're taking influence from without just straight up making a remake of those movies with those characters or watered down versions of those characters. Like, make your own thing, something new. Adam Green's awesome. I am a fan.
I'd rather just not use the time machine. That would be my answer. I would not use the time machine.
Well, you have to use the time machine. That's the
Why?
thing.
Yeah, see, I agree. Dying by time travel is pretty base. Like,
Dying by time travel is cool, but I probably wouldn't use the time travel.
if I had a choice not to use it, then I wouldn't use it. But I was told that I don't have that choice to make. That I have to pick one.
That's you, huh?
So I had to pick one. I picked future, and if I'm dead, then I'm dead. What a way to go. My hand was forced. I didn't have a choice in the matter. Apparently, it was my time, and that's how I was destined to go out. I was destined to go out by time travel. Psst, yeah.
I think I just have to say pass, because if it's depending on how the machine works, I know what to expect from my past at the very least. So if
Well,
it's-
it could also teleport you to like when the dinosaurs were there, and you would have to survive an hour in there.
well, that's not happening. The atmosphere was very different then.
It was. It
Lots
was
of
very.
leaves, too much oxygen.
There was a
fun.
lot of oxygen. Yeah. Well, there's oxygen bars in California. You'd probably survive. You'd probably just be high as fuck.
I don't think that's how that quite works.
There's oxygen bars in California for people to go and sit. They put oxygen masks on, like just straight oxygen, and because it gives them the euphoric state. It's one of those things that are deemed legal.
I just was dabbed on in Splatoon twice.
I'm just saying, I don't think you'd die from the oxygen. I just think you'd be high as hell, trying to escape dinosaurs, which would not be fun. That would be absolutely terrifying.
Alright, but also imagine all the giant bugs.
But I would still say,
Like, giant ass mosquitoes coming after you.
you died high and eaten by a freaking dinosaur
Through time travel.
because of time travel.
Where that one-
Not bad.
It's going to be
Not bad, my friend.
Can't say anybody done it.
Yo, Somber. How are you?
That, what would you pick?
Emily says, if I got teleported to win the dinosaurs were active, when the dinosaurs were active, I would simply find myself in a cave in which larger predators cannot enter, chill up against the wall, and start talking about something. I'm passionate about that, and that'll easily fill out an hour.
Emily's got a point.
It's true. It's true. I'd just be worried about what else is living in that cave. Everything was big. Snakes were big. Like the Titanoboa. Fuck you.
That's why I keep mentioning mosquitoes.
Like, I'd be...
Because there were
No.
giant mosquitoes.
The only things that were small back then were, were mammals. You had, little rodents running around.
We were all ferrets.
We were all ferrets and field mice. Jabba, don't you dare. Sorry, I had to yell at my cat. I apologize.
I will eat your hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
Somber,
it's-
I tried to tell you not to use 90 this, I don't know if you fell asleep during, I think it was the first movie, because I didn't hear anything from you after Terrifier 2 is over. So I think he passed out during the first movie. Now, granted, he hasn't been sleeping well and whatnot, and he used basically 100 proof for his drunken pumpkin, and he was warned. He was warned. It's good stuff, though.
It wasn't warned in time, though. It was already too late.
It
Should've
was
took
too
the
late.
past time machine and, well, not time.
Yeah, he fell asleep during Terrifier, which that's unbelievable to me. Like, I know you already watched it in the theater, which is great. I'm glad you took my advice. But, how do you fall asleep during that movie? What a bedtime story.
What do you mean? It's the perfect bedtime story. Perfect for all the little children.
All
Oh,
those little gremlins
such
that you have to raise.
that was great. Fuzzy, what's going on, man?
What's up, Fuzzy?
The
Sorry.
child, I don't know why she wants to eat hands.
Hands? Oh, because Jabba was being terrible.
Yeah,
So I was like, I want to eat your
my
hands.
cat was going to be a bad cat. It was a really relaxing movie. Oh, it is, you know, something you could just so easily just drift off to. Once. Something somber you just have to learn on your own.
The sounds of various
Luke and I
objects
did
entering
good.
somebody's skin is very ASMR-like.
We did good. We drank quite a bit. We have a pitcher left, a full pitcher, probably about a gallon. But what? There's 2 gallons, a little over 2 gallons of fluids that go into that thing. So we drank about together we drank a half a bottle of rum. So that was fun.
I'm upset. I could die.
Well, I'm glad you at least had a chance to make yourself some brew and come hang out with us. You were online with us for the whole night. You were connected to voice chat the whole night.
Well, yeah, but you didn't store yours in the pumpkin somewhere.
No, he did
Exactly,
not.
because he's a potato.
No, he didn't put it as in a pumpkin, which, again, understandable. He gave an explanation for it.
What
We
was the
did.
explanation?
He had people there, and he wasn't able to.
Oh, God.
Oh no, the humans.
Emily, why would you say that?
Art the Clown for ASMR streams?
Yes.
He doesn't talk, he can't even do it.
Mm-mm. Chainsaws and various weapons make very calming noises.
He's like the lady said at the Clown Cafe. He makes for a clown that doesn't talk. He makes an awful lot of noise. Yeah, he's passed out in his chair. To be fair, the last movie, like, I stayed awake through it, but there were points in time where my eyes kept closing and my head kept dipping forward. I'm like, oh, falling asleep again. You gotta sit up and finish this movie. Like, I was starting to pass the fuck out, too. But it took me a while to get there. Because we made Drunken Pumpkin last night. The Drunken Pumpkin is something that I took out of my wife's Book of Shadows book. Her Wiccan book, Book of Shadows. It's a witch's brew. It's a half gallon of apple cider, a 2-liter bottle of ginger ale, a bottle of cranberry juice, and a bottle of rum.
Do not drink it with an empty stomach.
Spiced rum. And what you want to do is, if you can, you want cinnamon in it, so take cinnamon sticks and you throw them in the bottle of rum and let them soak. Preferably like for up to 2 weeks if you can, but like just even overnight, just some cinnamon in there. Just, let them soak in the rum. Then the day you're gonna make the pumpkin, you take all 4 bottles of everything. You take all 4 bottles and you dump them into a big pot, or dump half of each into 2 pots or whatever, and dump them all into pots, and then put them on the stove and heat it up. Don't boil it, obviously, because if it boils, you're going to burn off the alcohol. You just want to make it hot, and then after it's hot, take it off the stove and dump it into a giant pumpkin that you've hollowed out. It doesn't have to be, like, we bought one yesterday that it's ridiculously huge, and it honestly easily could have stored 2, a double batch of Drunken Pumpkin in it. But, dump it into a hollowed out pumpkin and then serve it warm. It tastes just like warm cider. It's wonderful. Oh. It's not a check?
It is a check.
It says this is not a check.
It is a check. It's a child. It's a child. Yeah, that's an address. This is a check. For child credit.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Cool. We just paid for the party.
Yeah, deposit that in the checking account.
So kick ass. Like, I've been getting some money dropped this week. We needed it.
It's supposed to be $270 per kid, but
whatever. I'm
Maybe
sure
they're
they
taking money out.
sure to support probably.
I slowed you on the road.
That's probably why it's.
That was scary. I just
Maybe
got
87.
bonked with a chainsaw. There's a chainsaw in Splatoon now.
That's awesome.
It's a Splatonowipe stamper. And it's great. Unless you don't know how to use it.
So
It's not great.
I did say it at the beginning of the stream. I don't think there was really anybody here at that point, but I do want to apologize. This is a very rough Blood and Beans. Blood and Beans is, Sunday morning coffee talk. Just wake up, grab a cup of coffee, and jump on stream. It's not usually how that happens. There's usually like a good hour there where I wake up, get the stream set up, sit for like 45 minutes, and then kind of collect myself. That didn't happen today. So
There was no collectation. There was just.
if they seem a little uncollected or a little more random than usual or whatever, this is my excuse. But yeah, we had a blast. I know I had a blast. This whole weekend was great. Absolutely great. So, yeah, Terrifier 2 is coming to streaming soon. I believe there is Blu-rays that are dropping tomorrow in Europe.
I like Europe. It's a cool place.
So obviously, because Blu-rays are dropping in Europe and whatnot, it has become readily more available. And again, I'm not going to explicitly recommend anybody take any kind of like piratey type of behavior. I will say that when the Blu-ray for this movie does come out, I'm definitely buying it. Like, I will spend money on it so I can put it in my little collection.
It's mini.
It's mini. But yeah, Art the Clown is... I'm planning on getting, like, all three of them, because All Hallows Eve is also an Art the Clown movie. It was the first movie he was actually in. So, All Hallows Eve, Terrifier, and Terrifier 2. I'm going to get them all, and they're going to go right up on my shelf with Friday the 13th and Sleepaway Camp and the Chucky series, and right up there with all my faves. Because this movie has won me over. 100%. Art the Clown fan. Art the Clown for president.
No!
Stop trying to get this to be.
This is a terrible campaign. We're gonna die.
It is. You're not voting Art the Clown for
He's
president.
such a good
He's not
president,
even a
you'll
US
die.
citizen.
Yep, up on Amazon. It doesn't have one because I think it's not coming to America. It's coming to streaming, I think, in November. So a little bit after the Halloween holiday, which kind of sucks. I think it's still in theaters. If it is, I highly, highly recommend going to watch it. If you like those kinds of movies, it's very brutal. There is no offensive... I mean, there's people being chopped up, so, like, I guess it depends on what you mean as offensive. There's things I can't say in YouTube, so I don't really want to say it. So, those of you that know what I'm talking about will obviously pick this up. It's not... There's nothing in there that's offensive towards the brutalization of women. And that does not include chopping people up into pieces. So I'm sure you understand what I mean. And that's something I like about all of these movies. There's none of that in it. There's none of like stuff in there for shock value just for being shocking. It's just good fun. It is very brutal though. It is very violent. It is very gory. The gore effects.
They're real,
Apparently,
man. They're cool.
they've gotten to a lot of people, apparently. Some people, obviously, I guess, have thrown up in theaters and stuff like that. So it's got to be your type of thing. But if you've seen the first Terrifier movie, it's free on YouTube. I recommend you watch it if you haven't. But if you've seen it and you like it, you'll absolutely fucking love the second one. And I can't recommend enough going to watch it in theaters. It's not. He is not in All Hallows Eve 2. So All Hallows Eve is an anthology horror movie, kind of like Trick or Treat or Creep Show. They circle around like VHS tapes, And Art the Clown is like an overarching character in like 2 of the 3 segments of the first movie. And like the 3rd segment like is his own segment. And then like at the end, like that story that's taking place in between these 3 segments, which is on a VHS tape, is about Art the Clown ends up coming to, like, I don't want to like give the movie away, but like All Hallows Eve, the first one, is very much an Art the Clown movie. He's not in the second one because the second one is about somebody wearing a pumpkin mask, and it's, you know, All Hallows Eve just took a different direction. It didn't go the Art the Clown way. Art the Clown didn't come back until Terrifier, and he got like his own like movie where like he was just the main star of it. So I really like All Hallows Eve. It's a good movie. All Hallows Eve is really good too. It is, but it's not an Art the Clown movie, so it's not going to go in the Art the Clown collection. Not a problem, leader. Don't worry about it. Good morning, good afternoon, happy Sunday. Don't worry about it. Just wanted to make sure that you knew it was happening, and those movie links are still all pinned in my Discord in the chat. So if you do want to go check out those movies, like, you can still go in there and click on those links, and those links will still work. So like I said, we watched Terrifier 2, Hatchet, and Haunt, and it was a good time. I'm fantastic.
I said yes.
It was. It was. Wrath says it was. He had fun. That was like my main goal this weekend. Like, I wanted to have a spooky good time, but I really wanted Wrath to come over and have a spooky good time.
It's always a good time.
I know, but it was nice, because I'm always like, for a couple years now, and him and I have been, you know, we've been talking on the internet for like almost 10 years.
Just about, yeah.
But the past few years, like, I've been taking pictures of like the haunt and stuff that I've been going to, and I know he's seen them and stuff. So it's just it's cool to be able to go get him and you know, show him all these things. It's nice when you do that, you know, with someone that they have fun. It's like, yay, I did something and accomplished things. It wasn't a disaster. It's always worry about the B-side and something being an absolute disaster. So
Even if it was, it would still be fun.
it's true. Usually what her and I are doing, disaster or things go to plan. It's always an adventure.
You know what adventure I'm going on? Finding this piece of chip that just fell.
You're
Go all over the cat.
You're
Go over
crumbing the
me.
cat. The poor kitten. The kitten is being crumbed. And she is passed out. Animals are funny. She's being a switch stand. Stand for the switch.
Temporarily.
So, yep, still got some drunken pumpkin left. Might have to wash out a mason jar. Send Wrath back with a jar of drunken pumpkin. I think I could do this.
Save it for bar night.
Okay. Alright, yeah, bar night coming on Thursday. So it'll be good times.
Do not drink this jar.
It is not apple cider.
It tastes like apple cider. See, that's the thing about using like the
It's mine.
100 proof. The 100 proof, you can really taste the alcohol in the drunken pumpkin. The regular rum, I think we use 70 proof. Couldn't really taste it at all. Just tasted like freaking warm apple cider. It was amazing. We heated up the cinnamon sticks like in everything too when I like put it on the stove. Good stuff. Real good times. Yeah, a lot of people stopped by last night too for the party. Had a couple new people that joined the Discord and ended up coming to the party as well.
New people. Always good.
It was good. I saw a couple people drop out after Terrifier 2 though. Or even before it was over. I think they bounced out. They're like, yep, can't take this
a bunch
movie.
of people.
Can't take this one.
It's okay. The real one stayed.
Ah, the pumpkin burn at the end of Somber's Drunken Pumpkin. Yeah, I would imagine so with your 93 proof. Yeah, we did that one time. It was a little much. Got me there a little bit too quickly, and I couldn't really like enjoy the entire night.
Yeah, my only advice is do not drink that on an empty stomach because it is a lot stronger than you would think.
Yeah, because it's warm too.
2 shots of Fireball and 2 cups of it were enough to.
Yeah, I've been giving Wrath drinks all weekend long. Like we did a couple things of Fireball, a couple shots of Fireball before we went to the haunt. Then we got to the parking lot. Did a couple more shots of Fireball before we went inside.
All we had was a bag of chips.
Yeah.
I've had him drinking. I think I've gave him drinks more than I've given him food this weekend.
Yeah.
Good morning, Manny. How are you?
No, it's fine.
Help my mom decorate a small pumpkin.
There's people in our base.
Interesting. That's cool. Decorating pumpkins is always a nice, relaxing thing to do on a Sunday.
This weekend was good.
It was good. I agree. I've been just feeding Wrath, Fireball, Drunken Pumpkin, and Impact drinks all weekend long.
I'm used to hearing phrases.
Here, Wrath, drink this, drink this, drink this. What, you're getting tired? Drink this Impact. Good, you're awake now. Drink this, drink this.
I probably should have drinking something that wasn't soda.
Hey,
So it's time for the energy.
that is a quality meal. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a quality meal.
Dinner could never go better.
We did eat. Like, we bought like 6 bags of chips and
We had pizza.
we had pizza. Yep.
And I made pumpkin spice cupcakes that nobody ate.
I
planned to.
I
but
kept
then
going
didn't
over there and
go.
snacking. Yeah, I kept running over there and snacking. It was like, I don't know, 11:30 at night, almost midnight, and Shiloh comes out of the kitchen and she's like, I made pumpkin spice cupcakes.
By the way, the one I did have was really good. I planned to get more of it.
They were, it had all
There's still more.
swirls and stuff in the cupcake itself, and then she put the frosting on top, which I think was just cream cheese. But then she had me make up a little thing of pumpkin spice, and I wasn't really sure why. Now I know why, because then she sprinkled the pumpkin spice, good amount
I
too.
put it in the.
Yeah, she did. She also put
I
it
also
in.
put your creamer,
Yeah,
a little bit of the.
And that's why I tasted it. So they were good. They had pumpkin spice creamer and pumpkin spice on. It was like almost midnight. My daughter comes walking out the kitchen like after Terrifier. Here, cupcakes. This movie is quality. It makes me want to bake. Hey, Outcast. How are you?
Well, I'm glad they were good.
Happy Sunday. Oh, that was funny. So it was a good time. It was very interesting. Hello.
The spaghetti
I
got
don't
really-
think anybody had to beg.
I love doing that.
It gets given freely around here.
Thanks, Pete. Love you too.
Rounds on me.
I told Pete that you passed out weekend.
Yo.
And he's basically like a body pillow. I said, we totally pulled the old person thing. He goes, yeah, that. Like, fuck you. Like, thanks. Very much.
Owie! That was very painful.
I'm sorry.
Well, nothing actually started. It was in the game. I'm fine. Kind of.
So yeah, this weekend was good, and next weekend's gonna be fun too because I got HorrorCon. I'm going to HorrorCon next weekend, and then obviously there's next weekend's premiere, which is quite substantial, and then the Monday after next weekend is Halloween. So
Spooky, scary,
like this whole month has just been amazing.
I think.
Don't drink this because Wrath of Blades is at my house this weekend. I picked him up on allegedly I picked him up Thursday at his house.
He's actually in the basement.
We took him to a haunt on Friday, which was 5 haunted houses and a haunted walking trail. And then yesterday was our Halloween party. We made Drunken Pumpkin, and I put music on in the game room with the disco lights and black lights. And then we all had a Halloween party after the premiere, and we watched a bunch of horror movies and chatted in Discord and stuff. And I've had him basically drinking since he got here. I made a joke saying I've given him drinks more than I've given him food, because it was, drink this, and then gave him an energy drink to get his stamina back up, and then, all right, cool, you're good now, drink more. So that's what you walked in on. But yeah, nobody's had to ask. It's been given freely.
And yet, I'm still sober.
He didn't come to Locust Lake with me this time, because I don't live near Locust Lake. I live like 3 hours away. So, but he did come with me to Locust Lake over Labor Day weekend. Somber Puppet came with us as well. He drove from like mid-country out of state. Took him like 12, 13 hours to get there. To where I live, and then we left the following day for Locust Lake. So that was the thing. But no, this time I just brought him to where I live, my house. And I've been taking him, like I said, we went out to the haunt that was around here. My Halloween party here, which is, again, it's small. It was online thing. Like, don't really...
Pick me up off the street. Hey, kid, want some books?
Want some books and some candy? So...
I don't know how I got here. Help. Help. Kidnapped her. Help.
So, but yeah, I didn't kidnap him.
He's lying.
Can't,
Send the police.
You can't kidnap the willing.
Or can you? I'm pretty sure that... Never mind, I'm not finishing that statement.
But, yeah, no, everything's been going to plan. Which is good. It's always good when things kind of click into place.
Nice, Fuzzy.
Dude, that's awesome. And you got paid in Reese's. That's great.
Awesome?
You didn't even have to pay me at all. Fuzzy said, Fuzzums McFuzzface says, my Saturday was pretty fun. I got to play the werewolf at the Halloween mall party scaring kids. I got paid in Reese's.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. That is freaking great. Like, I don't even know if you have to pay me. Like, you could just ask.
Oh yeah, I'll scare children for free.
Oh,
Getting paid in anything.
that's right. I have to do a stream next weekend. On my side channel, I have to do that game stream. Son of a bitch. That's gonna be freaking terrifying. No.
What I wouldn't give to be here to see the reaction.
Somber says he needs to buy me a water game to stream. And you don't have to buy me anything. I always appreciate your gifts of friendship, you son of a bitch. But rest assured, I do have a game that looks terrifying that I got last year. I installed it for free, and I've never played it. I've been waiting for October. So, next weekend I think is going to be the last weekend I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm thinking probably next Friday I will end up streaming this game. Or Saturday. Friday or Saturday, we'll see. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. Fuck. Alright. I have to stock up on heart medication. Keep the Bayer handy.
What I wouldn't give to see you freak out live.
Yeah, the only thing is you watch me freak out live, you're going to be the next one to put on the headset and play some FNAF.
You fool, you think I wouldn't be down.
Charge it
It's been
right up.
forever since I played FNAF in VR.
That shit is terrifying. I'll boot it up.
Oh, for the thingy.
Shit ton of candy.
As long as
That's
I'm
great.
seeing you get scared, that makes anything else worth it.
It talk about stuff, but I can't talk about the stuff because the stuff is illegal.
Good on you, Fuzzy, for
What?
giving the gift of terror.
Hold on.
I don't know why is it illegal.
No more scary-ish games, water games on Quest. I've looked thoroughly. Yeah, I bet you have. Somber's like scanning the Oculus store. Come on, I need something to make Sabian pee his pants.
We will make him cry.
The
Why
last
can't you
game,
get him like a wholesome like golf game? or
that
something?
last game he got me was scary as hell, and there like wasn't even any jump scares in it. I was just waiting for the jump scares to happen the whole time. It was like living in like what 3-4 hours of suspense. It was scary.
What about that one snake that?
The gamer stream probably gonna end up being I want to say next Friday, but it could end up being Saturday before my premiere, which might end up be easier for me. It's just gonna be a little bit earlier in the day. I don't know. It might be for next Friday. We'll see. Probably gonna be next Saturday though. Say like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. I'll let you know in advance. I will.
Emily is in our time zone as well.
Yep. Okay. So, but yeah, I will keep you abreasted. Yeah, Fuzzy said he got paid in Reese's, Emily. He got to scare kids at the mall. Just awesome.
Welcome back, leader.
I want to scare children at the mall.
But Kyla, you are the cat that's going to
I
be scared.
don't have.
Dude, that sounds freaking
I'll be
scary.
scared
I've never even
myself
heard of
over
that
the
game.
years.
Where are you finding these things? Why is that a thing? Why does somebody like decide like this would make a great VR game? You're running out of oxygen.
That sounds fun.
That's actually really easy, leader. I've set that up before, and that's how we did our Halloween party last year, was through Teleparty on Google Chrome. It's actually really easy to set up. The only reason I didn't do that this year is, let's say you have 6 people you want to have watch something. They all have to have the same streaming service as you. So Teleparty only works with like certain things. I know it works with Netflix and Hulu. I think it works with a couple others as well. But you have to, so like if you have Netflix and you want to do a Teleparty with like 6 people, they all have to have Netflix also. So that was the problem I ran into last year, like where I could do Teleparty on Netflix, but like only half the people at the party could go to watch the movie. And then, well, I could do the Teleparty in Hulu, but then like only the other half of the people could go watch the movie. So instead, this year what I did was I just posted links in my channel, or in my Discord, for people to click on and go watch the movie either on like Tubi, which is free, or PrimeWire, which is also free, and you're not pirating by watching the movies there. You only get, it's really pirating only if you upload. So watching is completely legal.
Emily, I can agree, you don't want it. It's hilarious seeing him get scared.
Teleparty though, if it's like you, 1-2 other people, everybody has the same streaming service, go to Google Chrome, type in Teleparty, like, you know, into Google, and it'll bring you to like the website where you just download and install the extension, and it installs, you'll see it like into the top right hand corner of your browser. So then what you got to do is, let's say you're going to Netflix, you'll go to your Netflix in your Google Chrome, sign in, pick whatever movie or show you want to watch, and then once it pops up on the screen, you'll be able to go into that icon in the top right hand corner and click, you know, create Teleparty, and then that will create like a chat thing on the right hand side in a place in the top right hand corner where you can click to copy the link, and then you share that link with your peoples, and then they can all come and watch the show or the movie with you, and they can type right into the text box that's on the side. It's actually really easy. You just download the extension, go put on what you want to watch, and then click on the extension in the corner to create. I think you can do it on a phone too. I'm not sure though, so don't quote me, but I think you can. I think you did, because Narcosis like definitely rings a bell, and yeah, that sounds terrifying. But there's another game. The game I'm talking about, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's. It's supposed to be a lot scarier, I guess, and it takes place in a hotel. So we'll see. We will see. Like I said, probably next Saturday. I'm going to lean heavy on that. Lean heavy on next Saturday. Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 or 5 o'clock. But it's going to be on my side channel. On 8-Bit Sociopath, my gaming channel. If you are a member of my Discord, I'll obviously post the link in there. It's weird, those streaming stuff from Oculus, because I can't see the chat. I'm not going to be able to, like, when you guys are watching, if you're typing stuff in, I'm not going to be able to see it. So I'll probably have, like what I did last time, I'll have Shiloh here to, like, monitor the chat and respond, you know, to the chat while it's going on, because I'll have the headset on my face and I'll be playing VR, getting myself very scared.
Guys, it is 12:46 for the time update.
It is. Stream has been going for a good hour.
That's so wow.
It is.
That's like a while in time.
Yes, seeing Sabian get scared is funny as hell. I only got scared once at the
It was
haunt.
hilarious.
Only once. I got jump scared once at the haunt. I went through all those haunted houses. I was fine. The haunted walking trail, the funhouse part. There's this catwalk it's literally a catwalk that you
Oh
walk
my
across.
God.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And it's inside, the whole tunnel is spinning, and the door you have to go through is at the end of this catwalk. And it looks really cool as you're walking into it, but once you step inside and start walking, and all you see is the wall spinning around you, it's hard to explain, but it really felt like the
feels
cat.
like you're being turned upside
It
down.
felt like the catwalk itself was spinning, not the walls. So I was like spinning around upside down in circle. It was really freaking disorienting, and I'm trying to like stumble across this catwalk to the end of it, and
It just
I
keeps
get to
going.
the end of the door, and I push the plastic aside to go through, and this girl jumps right out in front of me, and I'm all disoriented and shit. And yeah, that made me jump. I was like, ah! I jumped back, and I did tell her, I was like, you are the only person to get me tonight. And she was really happy about that. I was wearing my jack-o'-lantern suit. Everybody thought, like, I got a couple people that thought I worked there. It was kind of funny. I got a lot of compliments on my suit. It's a full jack-o'-lantern business suit. I love it. So, but yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
One of the actors, Kyle and I started a thing where we say, "I will eat you someday."
Yep.
And one of them, I forget the exact circumstances, but one of them went like past, "Knock it off, or I'll eat you one day." Even better. It was funny.
I think, yeah, as we were walking out of the walking
Shout
trail,
out
man.
to that one actor
It was cool.
in particular.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Just to give a heads up, I am going to end the stream in like 5 minutes. So, just want to put that out there so I don't end it abruptly. If you want to throw something in before we take off, by all means, go ahead and do so. Yeah, no, it's not as fun if you don't get scared, but walking through the haunt and being treated like a freaking celebrity the whole time I was there was pretty cool, whether I was scared or not. Like, even the people in costume were coming up to me like, dude, I like your suit. Like, thanks, man. Like, that's awesome. Shiloh got scared. This devil girl came up behind her with a big old hammer, just standing there. Shiloh turns around and is like, ah! Because the whole time it's not just inside the haunts.
And I was just laughing the whole time.
Walking around.
There's campfires and stuff set up too that you can go sit outside by the campfires. And like I said, there's the food vendor area with, you know, all the picnic tables and stuff set up. And the whole place, there's people in costume like walking around and scaring people. There was somebody in the best Michael Myers costume I've ever seen, and he even had like a little music box like in his clothes on his side or something. It was freaking awesome. Like, so yeah, Shiloh got scared, got jump scared. I know Luke got jump scared once, and my wife, I think, got it twice. Once in the haunted walking trail and once outside. So everybody got, you know, at least one good scare. Hello, Devane. I do apologize. I did just let everybody know I was going to be ending the stream in about 5 minutes, and that was like about a minute and a half ago. So I am going to be ending the stream shortly, but happy Sunday. There's a lot of rambling nonsense if you want to go back and listen. I've been talking a lot about the weekend, what we've been doing for the weekend. Wrath of Blades came over to my house for the weekend. So I was just kind of talking about what the...
I was not kidnapped.
It was not.
Help.
Yeah, help, send help. Oh, we go every year. We go every single year. We go to that one because it's not so like over the top like those extreme haunts, or one you have to devote like 3 hours of your time to go on one continuous walk and you're chaperoned the whole time. Like, this is like they just let you into a field, you're free to do what you want, and you can step into any of these haunted houses at any point in time. You get a ticket, and your ticket has a hole punch for each one of the events, so you can only do each event one time unless you want to go purchase another ticket. So you can only do each haunt once, but you're able to go into any one of the haunts at your leisure. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You're not supposed to be in costume, but I wore a jack-o'-lantern suit, I wore my Jason hat mask, and for a lot of the time, I actually had the mask part down. Nobody said anything to me. I seen other people that were just there visiting. They had their masks. So, like, people dressed up anyway. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So, but yeah, this is the one we go to every year. It's just, it's that perfect level of being spooky, good fun, without like being too serious about it, but also not being like a kiddie event where it's like for little kids. Like, it's the perfect blend of both. It's a good time. Like, I could see as a little kid being absolutely terrified there, but I could see as an adult, like, yeah, this is just really cool. I like how this is all set up and stuff. I am a little disappointed that they got rid of the haunted hayride, because their hayride is probably one of the best that I've been on. But the walking trail definitely made up for it. That was absolutely freaking cool as hell. And I would take the walking trail over the haunted hayride any day. It was like being able to get off of the hayride and instead like walk through all the setups that they have set up along the way for the hayride. It was really fucking neat. Yep, the haunted house at Universal. Yeah,
Best season.
it is the best season. I agree. It is a lot of, that does sound like a lot of money, but like, I don't know. This wasn't too bad. It was $35 a person, but I paid for 4 people, so like it was still a little pricey, but it was worth it because it was, like I said, there's 6 events. The addition of the haunted walking trail, that's why it went up from $25 a person to $35 a person. Well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. I'd gladly pay $35 a ticket to go back again. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it was definitely awesome.
A haunted theater sounds fun. See, I wish October would last longer too, but in my household, I get thanked by my daughter constantly thank you, Dad, for making October fun. Thank you for the spooky fun. Thank you for the pumpkin spice latte. Thank you for the pumpkin.
I like the spook.
In my house, honestly, Halloween lasts at least a month. The entire month of October here feels like October. We are always doing Halloween-themed things for the entire month long. And honestly, it starts before that. It really does start in September. This year, it took me a little bit more to get into that Halloween mood, per se. I don't know. September, I was there, but I wasn't feeling it like I was as soon as October hit. Once October hit, I was like, oh yeah, Pumpkin God has been released. And every day has been just non-stop spookiness. So, yeah. I wish October would last longer, but in my house, I make sure it does. It's the entire month is Halloween, not just one day. So, and it is nice, because don't get me wrong, I like that the child has such a great spooky time every year. But it's also a lot for me. My child is just an excuse. I like to go trick-or-treating, and I know once I don't have her to go trick-or-treating with, I'm not going to go door to door by myself as and my wife, and go as a 41, 42, 43-year-old adult and go trick-or-treating with no children. That I won't do. And I'll probably just start doing Halloween parties and stuff instead. Dressing up, staying at home, passing out candy, stuff like that. But for right now, it's good to embellish her because I get to embellish myself. In 6 weeks of Halloween, that's good. That's stretching it out. Your end of September, mid-September, you're starting your Halloweenness. And for me, it really did start in September, obviously, because in September I was making the first episode of Confronting Evil for October 1st. I was working on the 13 Days of Halloween, more progressively anyway. I usually start writing and stuff for the 13 Days of Halloween in April, but I work on that once a week or something like that. I really don't kick it into spooky gear until about September. And this year I had a bunch of friends come to Locust Lake and come camping with me for Labor Day. So it wasn't until really after that I started pushing towards that Halloween season. So yeah, about 6-7 weeks this year for me. Thanksgiving's great. Christmas is awesome. I really get into Christmas. Those of you that, you know my channel, I get really into Christmas. A lot of Christmas themed stories. We watch Christmas themed horror stuff. Rare Exports, Black Christmas, Red Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. There's a new movie coming out this Christmas called Violent Night. That looks really good. And we watch all the other ones too. Rudolph and Frosty and The Grinch. The Grinch! Horror Christmas is coming out, I think, this year as well. Also really excited for that. So, I get really into Christmas. The holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, that's my second favorite time of year. October's by far, this is my most favorite time of year. I live October all year round. All year round. I'll go to the store all dressed up in I have 12 t-shirts, Jason t-shirts, so I can wear a different Jason shirt every day of the week, easy. Jason necklace, and my Jason hat, my Jason ring, my Friday the 13th wallet. And that's if I'm not wearing Chucky or Michael Myers or something like that.
Michael Myers is the perfect Christmas icon.
It is. I agree.
Silent Night, Deadly. What fits?
Yes, the mean one. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Trust me, I'm very, very much looking forward to it. Yes, the Bunny Man movie. There's the Bunny Man Massacre. I believe there's 2 of them. If I'm not mistaken, there's a Bunny Man Massacre Part 2. But yeah, there's Easter movies. Not as many, but there's a few. Why I hate Easter. The reason I hate Easter. Yep. Yeah, that's I love that story. We do listen to that every single year. That is one of the OGs. It's That was actually the very first story I put up on this channel, like brand new. But yeah, Bunnyman Massacre 1 and 2. Those are good Easter movies.
Thanksgiving is good for...
Thanksgiving? That's good for, yeah, Thanksgiving.
I
Yep.
have to correct.
Oh, there's 3? I didn't know there was 3 Bunnyman movies.
There's 3 of them.
I didn't know there was 3. I don't even think I haven't seen any of them, but they actually look pretty good, so I'll probably watch them this year. I had no idea there was 3.
But they're fun. They're good. It's like a rom.
That's awesome. Very cool, leader. Thank you very much. It's honestly really cool. It's a pretty big honor for someone to be like just off the top of their head.
Channel or your because
Old one.
okay,
My
I was
OG
gonna say,
channel.
just the first thing you uploaded on this was Fearweather Friend.
Yeah, no, it was, but that wasn't new. That was just a video from, because the reason Fearweather Friend was up first is because I had 900 subscribers before I had a video. When my old channel got taken down and I made a new one, there was a lot of people helping get attention to this channel, and a bunch of people were subscribing, and I had no videos up yet, and I felt really bad. So I took one of my old videos, the one I did with King Spook, and I uploaded that to this channel to hold people over until I started making content. And then the first video I put out when I started making content was the reason I hate Easter.
Out of curiosity, by the way, what happened to the Uncle Sam on that?
Should still be up.
I don't know. I just see Fearweather Friend, Dirty Laundry, and kind of a little bit down there.
Bunnyman Vengeance. I'll have to check that out. Oh, because if I'm not mistaken, Uncle Sam Wants You was a live reading. It's probably in the miscellaneous folder.
I don't know. I just went with you. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it probably was a live stream.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
up.
I found it. Never mind.
It's there. It was a
I
live
thought it was
reading.
earlier than it was.
Yep, yeah, it was a live reading. Yeah, I don't think I did that till like season 2. That's awesome. See, that's cool. So you actually found my new channel through the name of one of my stories. Like that's pretty cool. I don't have opinions on furries. I like furry creatures. So beyond that, no opinions. But, and hello Sneed, happy Sunday, and I do hate to do this to you, but it is time for me to log off of the stream. Been going for, getting close now to an hour and 20 minutes. It has been a long Blood and Beans, but a good Blood and Beans. I'm very happy that you guys were able to stop in today. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for spending like a part of your Sunday with me. That's always really, really cool. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about how epic the weekend has been for me and my family in Wrath of Blades. Yeah, just thanks for being here, and it was nice seeing you all. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a fantastic October. There is a new video dropping on my channel in about 57 minutes. Day 5 of the 13 days of Halloween as we tick down closer. This coming weekend is night 11 on Saturday. It's going to be about 42 minutes long. It's going to be a long story. So just be prepared. Bring food. And love you guys. Seriously, thank you so much for coming. My throat is starting to give out on me since I've been sitting here rambling for so long. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Like I said, be safe out there. Stay spooky.
Stay spooky!
I will see you next time.
Later, everyone.
Laters.
Ta-ta!